Hello, and thank you for joining today's webcast entitled Office 365, the last upgrade you'll need with Microsoft and Agile IT. My name is Josh Wishay. I'm a Partner Business Development Manager, and I'll be the MC for today's event. We've got a short and 30-minute presentation, which is going to consist of a quick business value and solution overview delivered by me, followed by a 20-minute live demonstration from my technical counterpart, Tim Tetrick. Tim delivers an amazing demo. You will not be disappointed. I promise you that. And then lastly, we're going to have Jason Senek from Agile IT speak about how they can help move you to the Office 365 service. Quick note about Agile IT. I've worked with them for several years. They're a Gold Microsoft partner. They're a Cloud Accelerate Cloud Champion Club partner, one of the best in the business. They've got hundreds of customers across the nation with subscriptions for Office 365 in 28 different states, I believe. And Jason and his team, they're the de facto experts with our solutions. They cover the entire stack of our cloud offerings, and I would say it's safe to say they're well-renowned as visionaries and thought leaders amongst the partner community. So before we get started, wanted to point out that there is a Q&A pane available to you, which will allow you to communicate to myself, Tim, and Jason during the webcast. And to keep things interactive, we're going to be launching some polling slides throughout the presentation. And finally, we will have a survey at the end that you can participate in if you'd like to provide us with a little more information about your scenario. So without further ado, let's get started. A great question is, why is Microsoft in this business? What is our why? What's our vision when it comes to cloud? Simply put, it's about bringing enterprise-class technologies and capabilities to the masses, to the SMB marketplace, to companies who historically haven't been able to afford them or didn't have the expertise in-house to deploy them. And through the economies of scale and leveraging the billions of dollars in data center investment that Microsoft has made throughout the world, we really are changing the game. And in doing so, we're freeing up companies to focus on what's truly important to them, which usually isn't keeping the lights on with document management and email. So, looking at the enterprise-grade cloud, quote-unquote, it's taken many years for people to warm up to the idea of having Microsoft host their email and documents for them in the cloud. There have and continue to be many questions around security, reliability, compliance, access and control, et cetera, et cetera. So we've created a website that addresses all of these concerns for you. As you can see, it's called the Office 365 Trust Center. You can get there by typing that into Bing or the search engine of your preference. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to cover these things during today's webcast, but I would encourage you to use this site as a resource and work with Agile IT and team to address your concerns as they arise. So, taking a look at Office 365, if you're just to look at it at a very high level, Office 365 is the office that you know and love in the cloud with services wrapped around it that have financially backed SLAs. There's a variety of flexible plans and offerings, plus a great new story around touch enablement with devices and cross-platform compatibility. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into the solution overview, but before I do, I want to touch on a few key points around the business value that's inherent with a cloud service, and specifically with Office 365. The benefit of this solution is it allows you to access the latest documents and applications that you need from anywhere. Doesn't matter where you are, you can use them and be productive on the go with the devices that you're used to. There are new capabilities to help you work better together, so a great collaborative story helps you stay connected to the people and businesses that are important to you. And then it's safe to say that Office 365 represents simplified but yet responsible IT. So it doesn't matter if you're a small firm without an IT guy or a larger company with an IT generalist or a full-blown staff. With help from Agile IT, you can get set up on Office 365 easily, but have Microsoft handle the maintenance and security and yet still keep the controls that you want and need. And then finally, speaking about the financial considerations, you're able to get in on the latest technology under an operational expenditure budget. You can skip those large CapEx expenditures, that are typically associated with a hardware refresh to get up on the latest technology, and you're always going to have access to the latest versions. And with the per-user licensing model that grows alongside your business, you'll have a predictable monthly spend that's easy to budget. So this is one of the big reasons that people are moving to cloud services. It's just a lot easier pill to swallow, and then you're on the latest technology and you don't have to worry about it. So it all comes together. All right, quick solution overview, Office 365 at a glance. As I mentioned, first and foremost, we're talking about Office, the latest version of Office, desktop apps licensed as a subscription. We've got a great story around per-user licensing across 5 different devices per person. So if you've got a tablet, you've got a laptop, you've got a workstation, a home computer, and you want to install Office on all of those, you got it. In addition, you can stream any Office application while traveling to any PC. So there's a streaming service now that delivers the true high-fidelity Office experience to any PC with your credentials, and then a great story around deployment. Lots more to see on that. You're going to see some of it in Tim's demonstration. But secondly, the first service that wraps around Office 365 and Office is Exchange Online. We get a lot of customers that come to us just for this, and then they eventually graduate to the full-blown service. But Exchange Online, we're talking about a 25 gig mailbox, fully filtered for spam and viruses. And I always like to tell the story about, in my own personal career, I've worked for several different companies, and I had often approached my mailbox storage size limit. And I would have to decide if I was going to delete email or move it to a PST, and I've had a PST go corrupt on me. Lots of, I think a very common story because I was dealing with a small mailbox. Now, imagine everybody in your company spending a couple of minutes a day making those decisions, and multiply that out by the full year. Just that scenario alone can cost your company thousands of dollars. Now you get a 25 gig mailbox. You don't have to worry about it. You get shared calendars, integrated archiving with retention policies and legal hold. That's another expense that's covered with the service itself. Data loss prevention, free busy coexistence. So these are all things that you're going to see in the demo, but they're very powerful features, and it's included with certain plans of Office 365. Looking at SharePoint Online, right? Document sharing and management in the cloud. Versioning control, you have the ability to lock down sites and documents to only the teams that need it, but at the same time you can open things up to external access for your customers and partners. You share team emails and documents with site mailboxes. There's so much you can do with SharePoint Online. Agile IT does a great job in helping customers deploy robust SharePoint deployments. So if that's something you're interested in, you've come to the right place. And then the third service, and I think my favorite, is Lync Online. And many people consider this the killer app for a variety of reasons, but we're talking about instant messaging and presence, secure, corporate-grade IM and presence, and you'll see presence in the demo, but also capabilities for voice and high-definition video conferencing. And the thing that I am most impressed about Lync is the fact that it's included in the suite of offerings, and many companies out there have individuals within their organizations that are paying $30-40 a month for a web conferencing solution, and they usually restrict access just to that small group of individuals because it's expensive. And now this is included in Office 365, so you're giving everybody the ability to have their own web conferencing account if they wanted, and really that's one of those game changers, right? So I encourage you to watch Tim's demo closely when it comes to the Lync session, and you'll see it throughout as far as the presence flowing within Outlook and within SharePoint. Okay, so as Tim kicks off his demo here, I'd love for you to listen for some of the key themes around touch with devices and the cross-platform compatibility, some of the social features that are inherent now, and the control and compliance story. And just take note of how powerful this solution could be within your company. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Tim, and Tim, you have the floor.
Okay, thanks, Josh. I'd just like to spend the next few minutes doing a hands-on demonstration of Office 365, and really want to focus the demonstration on the user experience and really give you a feel for what it's like for you and your users actually interacting and using Office 365 on a daily basis. So what you're looking at here is the new Outlook experience that's part of the new Office 365 Pro Plus client that comes with Office 365. As you can see, it's a very clean, streamlined experience, really optimized for touch. It's been optimized also for all the various different types of devices and form factors that we're seeing coming out with along with Windows 8. Just a couple of features I want to just show briefly here. One of them is peaks. So a lot of times you want to get a quick peek at something like your calendar, but you don't want to have to switch out of your inbox, switch to the full calendar mode. Now through this feature called Peaks, you can hover over calendar and get a quick peek into your calendar. Nice little interactive experience. I can go and pick a day here and look at what I have on my calendar, all without leaving my inbox. Same capability to peek into people or contacts, also peek into my tasks. So again, just a quick capability to do a quick peek into those workloads without ever having to leave my inbox. As mentioned, the new Office has really been optimized for touch. And one of the new capabilities that's available within Outlook, as well as the other Office applications, is the ability to toggle back and forth between a mouse and keyboard mode and touch mode. So if I'm on a touch-enabled device here, I want to switch to a touch mode, I can toggle into touch mode, and you can see what happens here. It kind of spaces everything out, makes it very touch-friendly. I get these nice little quick actions over here on the right-hand side, very friendly to use with my thumb on a tablet or a slate. And then if I want to go back to a mouse and keyboard mode, again, I can just toggle back to that. We'll see everything kind of tighten up, really optimizes the experience for mouse and keyboard. And again, I can toggle back and forth on these depending on the device I'm on, depending on how I want to interact with the device. Another new capability I want to talk to you about is what we call Office apps. Also SharePoint apps also are out there, but essentially the concept is the same as the apps you use with Windows, the apps you use with your mobile devices today. Same kind of ability to go out to the Office App Store or the SharePoint App Store, find apps, download them into the environment, and get some really cool, neat capabilities. Let me just show you a couple quick examples of that. So in my Outlook here, I've installed one of the apps I've installed from the Office Store is the Bing Map app. And what it does is whenever it sees an email address in the email, it will automatically pop up this Bing Map app, and then I can just click that with one click. It'll automatically map that address right onto a Bing Map embedded right into my email there. And not just a static map. I can scroll around in here. I can zoom in, zoom out. I can get directions. I can pop out into view into a larger map, things like that. So again, just something that very simple, commonly getting an address in an email, a way with one click to just immediately map that right within the Outlook environment. Another quick example is an action item app. So when it sees wording in an email that looks like an action, it will automatically pop this action item app. I can click that and then quickly and easily choose to follow up here, assign it as a task for follow-up later. So again, just another quick little kind of productivity tool, help making users more efficient, more productive. Just a couple quick examples of the types of apps that are out there in the store. Also want to talk a little bit about site mailboxes. So with site mailboxes, typically when users are working on a project together, there's typically documents and emails associated with a project. So through a site mailbox, you go in and define a site mailbox, assign it out to users. Once you've done that, it automatically shows up in Outlook. So Outlook is that place where they're spending a good chunk of their time, of their day anyway, working through email and calendar and contacts and all that good stuff. Now, through creating this site mailbox, it automatically will show up within their Outlook experience, and they'll automatically have access to all the emails and all the documents that are related to that project. So very convenient way to work on a project together with your team. And just as a quick example here, let's say that maybe I get this email from Julian. It's got this Northwind sales contract. I can just quickly drag and drop that into documents to share that with the rest of the team. And then you'll see here that document's there within the site mailbox for everyone to share. I can do the same with email. I can drag and drop it. I can also have an email address associated with that. But again, quick identification, easy access right within Outlook, ability to see all my emails and documents associated with a particular project or account that I'm working on. Also want to talk a little bit about the online archive or personal archive. You can think of this kind of like a PST file in the cloud. So with PST files, they have some shortfalls. They're only available on the local machine. They're not automatically backed up. You can potentially lose the information with a hard drive crash or something like that. The online archive is kind of like a PST file in the cloud. It gives you that archive space. It's in the cloud, which means it's backed up and secure. It also travels with you no matter where you happen to be because it's setting up in the cloud and accessible from anywhere. But in some plans, this personal archive is actually an unlimited storage archive in addition to the 25 gigabyte primary mailbox. So it gives you great capabilities for people that are running out of storage and just, again, a repository to keep those archived emails and email items. You can interact with the online archive by manually dragging and dropping emails, or you can go in and set up archiving policies as well. You can set up specific archiving policies so that when the period of time elapses, items will automatically be moved into the archive. And you can combine that with retention policies as well, so when period of time elapses, items will be automatically deleted. So definitely with the new Outlook experience, you're going to get your full calendar that you know and love with Outlook and with Exchange, the ability to view calendars, other people's calendars subject to permissions, the ability to view calendars side by side, view them in an overlay mode, lots of those great capabilities still available there in the new Office 365 Pro Plus experience. And obviously personal contacts, now called people, traveling with you as well, and accessible from Outlook. So with Office 365, we like to talk a lot about getting the same great, consistent experience of your email, your calendar, and your contacts, not only on your PC or your Mac with the Outlook Rich client like we just looked at here, but also to be able to get that same great experience across the browser and across the mobile device. So let's look at the browser access here real quick. So if you haven't seen it, this is the new Outlook web app experience. A very nice experience, allows users to get, again, their email, calendar, contacts, anywhere access from virtually any browser. So this new rich Outlook web app experience, not just supported on IE, also supported on Firefox, on Chrome, even on Safari on the Mac. And again, allows your users, if they happen to be at a kiosk or a shared computer somewhere, they can get full access to their email, calendar, contacts, again, no matter where they happen to be. And as you can see here, the interface is very similar to the Outlook Rich client. So very familiar experience for them. If they're used to using Outlook Rich client, this will be a very familiar experience. No retraining required, able to get up and get productive immediately. And as you can see here in the new Outlook web app experience, a lot of the same capabilities moving over from Outlook Rich client as well. Things like the preview pane, things like conversation view, things like ability to do drag and drop, to right mouse click and get a pop-up context menu. A lot of those same great capabilities moving into Outlook web app as well. Again, calendaring experience available cross browser. Again, ability to view other people's calendars, nice rich calendaring access across browsers. And again, your people or contacts traveling with you no matter where you happen to be. Again, good rich contact experience here across any browser from virtually anywhere. I also don't have time to go into this, unfortunately, but a very good story to tell with mobile device access with Office 365 as well. So it supports all major mobile devices that support ActiveSync. So that includes Windows phones, Windows RT, iPhone, iPad, Android devices. We also separately support BlackBerries as well. But across all these different devices, you're going to get the same core capabilities, the ability to sync your email, company directory, calendar, tasks, contacts, all those great things traveling with you from your mobile device no matter where you happen to be. Okay, so I want to shift over and talk a little bit about Lync Online now. So with Lync Online gives you the ability to get instant messaging, presence, audio, video streaming, screen sharing, web conferencing, all together within one service. Number of ways to interact with Lync. One of them is via the Lync desktop client that we're looking at here. Lync also flows into the other Office apps, flows into SharePoint. We'll look at that in a second as well. So a number of ways to interact with Lync. So with Lync, you're going to get things like contact photos for easy identification of colleagues and coworkers. You're going to get presence showing up. I really like to talk about presence is allowing users to make really smart decisions about the best way to communicate and collaborate with their colleagues and coworkers. So for example here, if I want to interact with Julian, had a quick question for him, I see his presence here, I can see that he's green, available at his desk, so I can make some good decisions based off that. I might choose to just send him a quick IM, or I might call him at his desk. If I do a quick IM, kick off IM here, say, hi Julian, maybe I just start in a quick IM conversation with him to get my question answered. However, if I look up here at Cassie, I see that she is in a yellow status, means she's away from her desk. Again, can make some smart decisions based off that. I know not to try to IM her or call her at her desk. Maybe I send her an email so she can respond later, or maybe I call her on her cell phone if it's urgent or something like that. It's also a very nice integration story with Outlook here in that this syncs with my Outlook calendar so that if I'm in a meeting, it will automatically show my presence as busy or red so people know that I'm in a meeting and not to disturb me at that time. So as I'm working here, for example, with Julian, maybe going back in an IM, back and forth in an IM conversation, maybe I have the need to escalate this IM conversation into more of a full-blown communication and collaboration session. Well, what's great with Lync is I can do that with just a few clicks, pick whatever communication collaboration that best suits the situation. So I can escalate this IM conversation up into an audio call. I can escalate up into a video call. You see, you get a nice little preview of your video there before you start it. I can also start sharing. I could share my desktop. I can share a specific program. I can upload a PowerPoint that we can annotate on and collaborate on together. You can also do things like whiteboarding and polling. So again, I have all these capabilities. Whatever best suits the situation within just a click or two of the mouse, I can choose whatever communication collaboration that best fits the situation. Great capabilities there. And again, the capabilities of Lync not just flowing into the Outlook desktop client that we're looking at here, also flows into Outlook. So let's go back over here into Outlook. We'll pick an email here. We can see here presence flowing into Outlook. Also, hovering over the person, I get this little contact card with these same click-to-communicate buttons that we saw in the Lync desktop client. Ability to kick off a quick IM, kick off a quick audio call, video call, email, get more information about the user as part of their contact card. All those workloads available to me no matter where I happen to be. Again, in Outlook, in the other Office apps, also flows into SharePoint that we'll look at in a minute. Also flowing into Outlook web app. So let's go back over into Outlook web app as well. Again, also see presence flowing here. Also see the contact card with the click to communicate buttons. So what we looked at here quickly was a kind of an on-the-fly communication collaboration session. But a lot of times people need to do scheduled web conferences, and you can do that as well with Lync Online. So let me show you a quick example of that. So let's have this email here. I'm going to respond to this email with a meeting notice. I'm going to send this to all employees. Let's say that I know that some of my employees are going to be remote, so I need to turn this meeting into a remote web conference so that my remote employees can join. Through great integration with Lync and Outlook, I get this nice little plugin here that I can just go ahead with one click of the mouse. I can automatically turn this meeting into a remote web conference. And so when people get ready to join remotely, they can just go ahead and click the Join Online Meeting link. If they're using the Lync desktop client, they'll get this same interface that we just looked at with the ad hoc communication collaboration session. And all the same great capabilities, ability to do IM, audio, do video sharing, do screen sharing, all those great capabilities available in a scheduled web conference or in an ad hoc communication collaboration session that we looked at previously. This can be used with up to 250 attendees, can be both internal and external attendees, which is very key. So for people that are joining my web conference, if they have the Lync desktop client, as I mentioned, this is the experience they're going to get. But however, if I have maybe external people that don't have Lync, or I have internal people that are maybe on a machine that doesn't have Lync desktop client on it at the moment, they can also fully participate in my meetings through the Lync web app. So cross-browser support, loads right into the browser, don't even have to download anything. I can fully participate in the meeting, cross-browser support from wherever I happen to be, and also, really importantly, getting all the same great capabilities for IM, getting audio, video, screen sharing. All those capabilities are available through the Lync web app, as well as the Lync desktop client. Lync desktop client for PC and the Lync desktop client for Mac. Get all the workloads available across all the different types of devices. So great capabilities with this for use for anything from remote desktop troubleshooting to training to sales presentations. Really see a lot of customers able to save money on maybe a few licenses of a web conferencing tool that they're purchasing today, save the money on that, and open up to having full web conferencing available to all their employees, included right here with Office 365. Okay, finally, I want to spend a little last remaining moments here talking about SharePoint Online. So with SharePoint Online, it really drives a lot of the capabilities in the new Office 365 for things like news feeds, for SkyDrive Pro, for sites. So I want to spend a little time talking through those capabilities. So first, news feeds. What's news feeds? So news feeds is the ability really giving you that social networking capability in the enterprise. So lots of familiarity out there with commercial, consumer social networking sites, and now just applying the same capabilities and familiarity in the enterprise, and the same ability to do things that people have come to know and love with those sites. Things like doing activity feeds and microblogging and commenting and hashtags and @mentions and the ability to follow people. All those great things now being applied in the enterprise as well. And not only the ability to follow people, but to follow documents, to follow sites, to follow hashtags, and have it all available quickly and easily within your newsfeed site. Also want to talk a little bit about SkyDrive Pro. Great new capability with SkyDrive Pro. Ability for individuals to store and share their documents. Each user gets 7 gigabytes of personal space for storing and sharing their documents. Lots of great capabilities available here as well, and just want to show you a couple of them. One is this nice little previewing capability. Using Outlook web app, I get this nice little preview capability. I can look through content as I'm searching through content without having to open the entire document up. Also a great sharing story. So I can click share here on a document. I can also share a folder. I can share an entire site. But I get this nice little intuitive interface here for sharing. I can just go in here and I can invite people that I want to share the document or site with. It can be internal people or external people. I can choose what kind of permissions they have here quickly and easily, whether I want them to have edit permissions or only view permissions. I can go in here and create a little personal message to send out an email letting them know that I'm sharing the content with them. I can also require authentication for that content, or I can also send a document out as an anonymous link if I want. So great sharing capabilities. Once I've done sharing, too, I can manage my sharing quickly and easily. I can go in here under sharing. I can see anything with a little lock is only shared with me, but when I see this little icon, I can see that it's shared with people. I can click on that at any time and review my sharing. So I can go back in here and I can see who I've shared the document with. I can see what kind of rights I've given them. I can change those rights. I can stop sharing. I can invite additional people. I can email everyone out an update, something like that. Great capabilities there. I can also sync at any point here. I can sync this content offline to my machine. I'll have it for offline. It will sync between the cloud and my local machine, making sure that information is backed up, making sure it's accessible from anywhere. Syncing capabilities built right into the interface here. Again, cross-browser support. Finally, so this is a traditional kind of team sites It can also be, an intranet portal, things like that. It can also be a public site, so you can host your public-facing site right here through SharePoint as well. So let's just look at the team site here real quick. Again, commonly people sharing their using sites for their intranet portal, the ability to go in and create sub-sites across different teams, across different accounts and projects that we're working on. For example, let's go in into the sales site, into the document center. So this is where all my salespeople, for example, will go in, see all their sales documents that they want to access. They can share, communicate, collaborate. All those same capabilities that we just looked at on SkyDrive Pro also available here. Get the nice little Office web app preview, ability to share right from here. Also great capabilities for document management, collaboration that SharePoint is known for, ability to check in and check out, ability to view a version history on a document, ability to do co-authoring for multiple people to actually work on a document simultaneously. Can do all that great stuff, whether in a SkyDrive Pro site or within a team site as well. So that's just a quick overview of the capabilities. Encourage you to go out and take a look at many more features and capabilities that are available with Office 365. But at this point, I'm going to turn it back over to Josh. Go ahead, Josh.
Thanks, Tim, for that amazing demo. I love the way that you weave it all together. We are running a little bit over time, so at this point I'm going to move quickly and transition over to Agile IT with Jason Senek, who's the sales manager. He's going to talk about what they bring to the table with Office 365. So at this point, Jason, you have the floor.
Thank you, Joshua. We appreciate the time and, as always, value our partnership with Microsoft. We look forward to another successful year working hand in hand with your team. At this time, I'd like to introduce our team and the Agile IT Advantage, your Agile technology partner for your Agile business. A main question to ask is why an organization like yours would choose our team as a trusted cloud partner? It's a great question. We believe the answer lies in our expertise, as well as the recognition of past clients, publications, and Microsoft. We are recognized by San Diego Small Business for excellence in customer service, Talking Cloud 2012 Top 100 Cloud Service Provider. We are a Tier 3 member of Cloud Champions Club, and as well as a Microsoft Azure Circle partner. And last but not least, a Southwest Cloud Partner of the Year, accomplishments we are all extremely proud of. Another reason to select Agile IT to be your cloud partner is our focus on Microsoft Cloud solutions. Our areas of expertise are in Office 365, email and data migrations to the cloud, Azure Infrastructure as a Service, Dynamics CRM, systems management, both private and public cloud, Microsoft Solutions Consulting, as well as automated desktop deployment, all orchestrated by your Agile IT partner. So today's conversation is focused on Office 365 and Office 365 migrations, moving to the cloud with Agile IT. We've developed fixed-price scalable services referred to as Agile Ascend. It's our package for migrating your users and data to the cloud. Agile Ascend is comprised of several key components. Agile Ascend Core, which consists of our server provisioning and configuration, as well as IT and knowledge transfer, so that your team can take the ball and run once a project is completed. Second, Agile Ascend Mailbox, Workstation, and User. These are our components related to your end users and our mix and match. They are assisted solutions working hand in hand with your team to full service options where Agile IT can complete the entire migration, profile configuration, and user specific training and support, optional enhancements based upon your needs. We offer an 8-hour SharePoint workshop from intro and beginner level to advanced to assist with developing your SharePoint design and strategy. Proof of concepts are available to validate before you migrate, because we strive for 100% success on all projects. Through our discovery and discussion, Agile IT will help to figure out if a big bang weekend delivery is right for your group, or if phased or stage migration is better for your team. ADFS and rich coexistence options can make the phase migration more convenient for all that are involved. Clients often ask, can we really complete this project again? And the answer is yes, but is it in your best interest? And we will discuss that. Agile Ascend, to recap, is our fixed-price scalable email and data migration service that consists of our core, the end-user options, as well as SharePoint Workshop. So now tied to the Office 365 and email migration services are identity solutions available to you. Single sign-on and federation services with Agile IT, also known as our Agile Connect platform. So Agile Connect's our fixed price, scalable identity management solution for Office 365 and other cloud services. We can offer password sync or dir sync for smaller groups, to ADFS Federation for enterprise, and hybrid exchange for on-prem exchange and Office 365 environments to run simultaneously, otherwise known as rich coexistence. Important to identity management, but specific to the ADFS infrastructure, is availability. You need to keep the solution highly available, so a disaster recovery feature is required, or at least recommended. We can assist in setting this disaster recovery up for a fixed price, as well as host in Azure. Single sign-on is also important, more than just Microsoft technologies. We have architected single sign-on solutions that will tie to ADP, NetSuite, Concur, Zendesk, and etc. To recap, again, Agile Connect is our fixed price offering in the identity management solution that is scalable to your organizational needs. So don't just take our word for it. Here we've listed feedback from our most recent client wins and what their comments are in regards to our solution. Agile IT pulled off a miracle. Agile IT did a fantastic job with our migration. And last but not least, even Microsoft leadership recognizes that we represent the top 0.5% of the online services channel. At Agile IT demonstrates a commitment to serving its customers, which is listening to your needs and providing innovative solutions, flexible and scalable design. So again, Agile IT, your Agile technology partner for your Agile business. Last and not least, if you'd like to reach out to us, please visit our revamped website at agileIT.com, email us at sales@agileIT.com, or by trusted telephone, 855-AGILE IT. I appreciate your undivided attention. I'm truly passionate about the cloud and Office 365. I'm available and awaiting your call. Thanks and have a great day.
Jason, well done. Well, folks, that concludes today's webcast. I did want to remind you that there is a survey that you can fill out should you wish to provide us a little more information on your situation. Thank you very much for your attendance, and have a great day.